This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So this will be a continuation of Excel class. So probably from Monday or Tuesday, we will be starting a Tableau. So before like Monday, like today, I'll be suggesting you how to download the Tableau. Fine. So now, in case if till now whatever we have done, in case in that if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Till now, whatever we have covered, you have any doubts in that up to today till date?
No, ma'am.
In case, fine. So can we continue with the Excel?
Yes, ma'am.
Is my screen visible to you all?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So now we will work on some of the text functions. Text functions. Say example, I'll type a words, few words. Okay. So anything, it can be a combination of anything. So I'll type here as GAIN, gain knowledge. A combination of capital letter and small letter. This I want to convert into capital letter. So for capital letters, we call here as upper. Next one, we have to convert into small letters. So we call here as lowercase. And the first letter in a capital, okay, so sentence case. So sentence case in the sense, first letter in a capital and the rest in small letters. This we need to convert. Okay, so for this we call here as proper case. Let's try this how we are going to convert it. So I'll put a border for this. Equals to uppercase. Upper, see, it says convert the text into uppercase. Uppercase means it is a capital letters. Select the text where you have, close the bracket, enter. Now see, everything has been converted into capital letter. The same thing I want it in a small letters. Equals to lowercase, open the bracket, select your text, close the bracket, enter. So everything is in a small. But see, now G will be in capital, K will be in a capital, gain, G will be in capital, knowledge. So K will be in a capital. So now the rest of the things will be in a small. So proper case. So what is this proper converts? Converts the text into a proper case. The first letter in each word to uppercase and there are other letters to the lowercase. So let's take here. I'll take it as proper. Close the bracket. Enter. So same thing equals to proper case. I have to select a text, gain knowledge, close the bracket, enter. So see G in a capital, K in a capital, rest all in a small letters. So proper case. Okay. So this thing. Now next one, again I take the same thing and I'll put it here. I'm just going to paste it as many times I need. Let me put it for 4 times. In the first one, what I will do, I am adding purposely few space, extra space I'm adding here. Yes, just extra space I have added. So suppose when I have in my text, when I have in a text, I have an extra space. So there are a space available here. Okay, so we need to do what? We have to remove extra space by leaving single space. Okay, so for this, what I will do? I'll give here. Let me just extend this. Okay, so you can see the difference. Equals to, for reducing a space we call it as trim. Removes all space here. Remove all the spaces from the text string except for single space between the words. So trim, open the bracket, select the text, close the bracket, enter. But what happened, it did not it has removed the text, but it is not changing the font type. So it is same thing as I have typed. Now what if I want to convert both in a uppercase as well as lowercase and a proper by removing a space? So we will try here. Equals to proper, proper case, and I want to convert this into uppercase, uppercase. So the text I will select here, close the bracket for uppercase, close the bracket for proper case, enter. So now see what I will do. Sorry, equals to trim. I have to use a trim, my mistake. Trim, then the text upper. So see here, for trim we have to select a text. Again I'm going to use a function upper. For this also we have to select the text only. So I'm going to use here the text, close the bracket for uppercase, close the bracket for proper case. I'm in the trim function. Now it is in capital by removing an extra space. Again I go here, equals to trim. I need a lowercase. Then I select the text, close the bracket of the lowercase, close the bracket for trim, enter. So this has converted into lowercase. Next one, equals to, again trim. I want it in a proper case. I take a proper, then I'll select this, close the bracket for proper, close the bracket for trim, and enter. So I have here, I'm using here trim with uppercase. In the first one, only I have used a trim in order to reduce the space. In the second one, I have used trim and upper. Third one, I'm using trim and lower function. And the last one, I'm using trim with the proper function. Okay, so I give you time. You can practice this within, you can let me know after you practice. If you have any doubts, you can show me. Okay, practice this. Any doubts, if you have, you can let me know. Have you all tried it? Are you people still doing?
Done, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
fine. So let's continue. I'll take here word. Say example. I'll just give a word as education. Education. So I need few characters from the left side, from the right side, and from the middle. From the middle. So this one I have to take it from the left side. So say example. I need 3 characters from the left. And I also need the character length, number of characters. Number of characters I need to know. So how many spellings does it has? Equals to education, right? So for that I'll use len. Len means it is a length. Returns the number of characters in a text of string, which means the number of spellings that is used. So close the bracket, enter. It has 9. But see, after education, after n, I'm just adding one single space, enter. It has become 10. In between also I will add one more space, enter. So it has become 11. Even the space, right? The space is also considered as character. Okay, so let me remove the space. I'll remove the space here and even from the last. So it has 9 characters. Then from in education, I need from the left side 3. From the left side of education word, I need 3 characters. So left text. It says me text. The text is education, comma. The number of characters that I need is 3 character. I'll give here as 3. Close the bracket. From the left side, edu is a 3 character. Let's see, we are getting yes. So from the right side, I need 3 characters. Let's take here also 3 character. Okay. So now what I want from the right side. So I'm going to give here equals to right. So the text here is education, comma, number of characters 3. I'll close the bracket, enter. From the right side, 3 characters is ION. Now next thing what I want, I have this option here saying that mid. Mid means when you are talking about the middle, so E is the first character, then DUCATIO is in the middle, and the last N is the last one. E is the first, N is the last, but all the rest of the things is in the middle. So it will say you if it is a middle from which part of the middle. So what I will be saying, from fourth character, from fourth character, give me 3 characters. Okay, I need 3 characters. Okay, this is what I'm going to ask. So equals to mid function. So text is education. So I need a start function 4. So that is EDUC. C is the fourth character. Start from the fourth character, that is C. From there, give me a 3 characters. I'll close the bracket, enter. So this is what I have. So EDUC. C is the fourth character. So CAT, 3 characters, it is showing me. So like this, you can take. Now one more thing what I will do is, let's consider the same thing. Okay, I need the same thing from the word education. Okay, education, let me put it here. So here, mm, left, the same thing, but what I wanted from the left, I want to convert into upper, lower, and then proper. Same condition I'm going to use left, right, and mid for the education. Okay, so what I will do, I'll go with this equals to from, let me take here uppercase first, upper, comma, upper, open a bracket. So then I need a left. From the left, which one? The text is education, comma, number of characters 3. Close the bracket, close the bracket, close the bracket for the both the functions. So whenever you are opening a functions, you can see different brackets. Enter, see edu. Okay, so same thing in a lowercase, equals to lowercase, I'll open a bracket, then I want it from the right side. Okay, left side itself, left, I'll open a bracket. So After opening from the left, the text is this. Give a comma. Number of characters 3. Close the bracket. Enter. So see, I didn't close another bracket, so it gives me error. I'll accept with the correction. So lowercase. Next one I need with the proper case. So I'm going to take here equals to proper case with the left function. So the number of characters, the text is education, comma, number of characters 3. Let me close the bracket for both the functions. So it is like this. Same way you can try write and mid. This will be your task which I'm giving you now. You can try this. Try this, the one which I have tried now. So for your understanding, I'll keep the functions also available. Done everyone? Girls? Someone responds me if you have done it.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. It's simple. I'm just using here the same option, left, right, everything. But here instead of left, you will be using a right function, and here it is mid function. Okay. This is your text functions which you will be using. Okay, let me put another text. Say suppose now I'll take a word NICT. So these are the cells, the text which is available in a different cell. What I want to do is I have to put this in one single cell. I have to put all this in a one single cell. So what I will be doing here, I'll use an option to put it into together. There is a function called concatenate. Concatenate equals to concatenate. I'll select this n comma. See, you can see here text 1 comma, text 2 comma, text 3 comma, text 4 comma. So after text 4 I don't have anything, so no need of comma. Just close the bracket, enter. It comes into this. The same thing I can also try in another method by using ampersand, that is and sign, right? N and again I, another ampersand, then third next one, again ampersand, then the last one, enter. You will get it like this. So this is for your letters. Now what we if we are having some names or a text, so say I'll just give here happy weekend, happy in one cell and weekend in another cell. Thus I want to put it into one single cell. So what I will do, equals to concatenate, concatenate, then text 1 comma text 2, close the bracket, enter. But see, I'm not getting a space. If I have to get a space, equals to the same thing I'm using here, concatenate, concatenate, happy is the first text, comma. I told you that even a space is considered as a character. So open a double quote, give a space, close a double quote, give a comma, then select the next text, close the bracket, enter. So now you can see this. The same thing you can try with the ampersand also, happy, then after that ampersand, space within a double quote, again ampersand, then you have to take like this. Okay, so let me take here, I'll use some names, a list of names. So I have here first name and last name option. I'm just copying this and I'll paste it here. Okay, now what is my requirement is I need a full name, full name, one option. This we are going to do. Okay, so for this what I will do is equals to concatenate text 1 comma within a double quotation space comma last name, close the bracket, enter. One method. Second method, equals to first name ampersand within a double quotation space ampersand, again the last name, then enter. Okay, now you got this name. Any of this method you can try. Now I have one more condition saying that, so I want, okay, at the rate NICT with mct.com. Okay, this is some mail id, assume that this is a mail id. Okay, so some mail id I'm just using, the function isn't valid. Okay, fine. So I am just taking this as a text. This is a text copy I'm just putting here. So what I will do, since I'm using at the rate, so it is not as allowing me to do. So what I will do is I'll take this control key, let me put it, add to first name. First name, you need to add this option at the rate college.com. Okay, this one you will be adding. So since it is allowing, not allowing me here, I'll convert this into a text and I will put it here. Let me see if I go out. Okay. So this, to the first name, I need to add this. Okay. I'll take here. This one, we need to add it with the first name. Add to the first name this one. So we are going to create a mail ID. So what we will do, see, this is common for all the cells, right? So see what will happen, equals to the first name, I'll be using ampersand, so I'll use ampersand. Then this is a text, so I'll open a double quote, or since it is in a cell itself, I'll just select this, then enter. Now see, I got this, but when I drag this, see what is happening. So second one, it is Lima, but it is taking first name. Olivia, it is taking Lima. So why? Because when I am dragging this, it is going for the next cell. In the first cell, what happened? I've selected this name and the mail ID which has to be added. So it is adding here. But when I drag this from the first name, it will go for the second person, third person, fourth person. So obviously it is moving. But again, this at the same time, at the rate NICT with mcccollegemail.com, see, this is also moving down. So what I want, this one at the rate, the mail ID should not move. So in that case, what we will do, we will lock this cell. Okay. So what we are doing, we will be locking this cell. So let me do once again, equals to I want the first name, but when I drag this, it has to move for the next cell. So I'm not doing any changes with this. Then I'll take a ampersand. Then I need this one to be added with the mail ID. So, but this is fixed for all the mail IDs. So I'll lock this. So you can use F4. When you use F4, you will get this dollar sign. That is, we are locking this. So when I double click and drag this, or just see here what happens, for all the mail IDs, this has been added at the rate NICT with MCC College mail.com. Suppose if I'm making here another changes, mail I will remove and I press enter. So see, you can see mcccollege.com. Okay, so like this you will be adding. In case somewhere if you want to do, you can change like this also. Try this. Try this. I have added this name, no, first name and second name. For fixing the cell, you have to use F4. Have you all done? Response me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, see, we'll go for the next one. Now we will see date and time functions. Okay, to get the current date, to display the current date, you can use equals to today, today, open the bracket, close the bracket, enter. Okay, so this will come in this format. So since I have changed this format to some other things, so I'm getting this, but usually you will be getting first month, then the date at last year. Okay, this is how you will be getting. So I'll convert this into this format. Now we will understand this. Okay, so next one, again, in case of this I am using a function here, today. Shortcut key for the date is control semicolon. Control semicolon is the shortcut key for the date. So I'm giving here the shortcut key control plus semicolon. Next one, time, current time. So I will use here, there is no formula for this, there is no function, only the shortcut key control shift colon. Okay, so that is control shift with colon. So colon in the sense both has in the same key, so we will be using this one colon. Next one, what if I want both date and time? Date and time together. In that case, equals to now. You have to give now. Open bracket, close bracket. You will get date and time together. So I'm just changing here to the format, whichever you need it. You can take like that. So I'm just changing this M, 3 times M I will do. 3 times M means month name it will show you. So see here, month name it is showing me. Okay, any other changes if you want, you can take here. So see, so Friday 19th July like this if you want, or if you want like this. So see, there are many formats it is displaying here. Okay, so now I will change this H one time H and let it be 2 minutes. So then I'll click on this OK. See, 24 hours it is showing you. So the same thing with the shortcut key. Now I have used a function here now. With the shortcut key I will change. So what I will do for the date. For the date it is control semicolon. I'll give a space. For the time control shift colon. I'm giving this. So whichever the format you want to change, I'll copy this format painter and apply on this. So I'm getting changed here. Okay, so this is the format which has been changed. So I used both the shortcut keys. So I use this control colon, and after this, okay, so I have copied this, and after pasting, so let me type here, copy, then I'll paste it. So both the formulas I have used here to get the date and time. Okay, next one, say suppose today, this is the date for today. Okay, so let me change here, this is the today's date, and I'm going to change here as let me put it here as 15/01/2024 date format. Okay, this is in the date format, so let me take it in this format. I'll click on this OK. Okay, 01 is a month. Now what I want, So after 3 months, what will be the date? I have to know. There are two methods of finding. One is EO month, the other one is E date. Okay, end of the month, end of the date. So end of the month in the sense after 15th. So from 15th of January, if you count 3 months, so Jan, Feb, March. So January to Feb, February to March, March to April. So April will be the third month end, right? Third month, third April 15th, or since Feb is having a 28 days and this is a leap year, 29 days, so it will be either 16 or 17. But what happens when you are doing in a EVO month, it will not give you whether it is 16, 17, 18. That date it will not give you. Instead of April 16th or 17th, it will directly give you end of the April date, so that is 30th of April, which means end of the month. Okay, so this is a start date, this is an end date, close the bracket, enter. It says as values. So let's just convert this into date format. Whichever the format you want, that you select, click on OK. Okay, let me show you this in different place. So let me give you 15/01/2024. This is a date which I have given. Okay, date format. So here you can take it as date, short date. Okay, now after 3 months I want to know, right? After 3 months I want to know what will be the date. So one option is EO month, the other one is E date. End of the month, end of the date, whichever the month, whether it is 15, 16, 17, 18, any month, but still it will give you the last day itself, equals to EO month, EO month, start date, comma, after 3 months, close the bracket, enter. So this is not giving me an output. So what I will do, I will change the date format. I'll go here, select this as short date. Okay, let me give in this method, equals to today, equals to EO month, EO month. So this is the month, start date. After 3 months, what will be the date? So this is the date. So let me copy this format and apply here. Let me take this. See, it is after 3 months, it is giving me the end of the month, but exact date, if I want, I have to use E date. I have to use E date. So start date is 19th of July. After 3 months, what will be the date? So it is going to see, it is showing in a number format. You need to convert into short date format. I am applying this number format based on this. So 19th October will be the exact date. But instead of 19th date, end date, it is showing that end month. October month ends on 31st of month, 31st of October. So that it is showing you here. This is for what? When I'm calculating after 3 months. But if I need before 3 months, right? If I need before 3 months, same thing before. So I'm going to use here equals to EO month. Okay, equals to EO month. So start date is this, comma, before, right? So I have to give minus the 3 months, minus 3 months, close the bracket, enter. Again, I'm going to use here also equals to E date, open the bracket, start date, so start date, comma, then minus 3 months, close the bracket, enter. I got this. Both the things I will convert into date format, and I will take this format of date to display. So see, 30th of April, but it is actually 19th of April. So before and after, if you are finding EO month, you will be doing in this method. Clear? Does anybody has a doubt? Does anybody has a doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So we will go with the next one. I'm just adding some of the text and the numbers. So here I have added some numbers, symbols, as well as some text. Now from this one which I have added, I want to know how many are numbers. I don't want the total. I don't want the total in this. The numbers total I don't want. How many places numbers are used, right? How many places numbers are used, this we have to find. So for that we will use a function called count. So what I'm going to do, equals to count. So count the number of cell in a range that contains number. So I'm selecting this range, close the bracket, enter. It has 5 numbers. So let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. This is having a 5 numbers. Now next one, count A, or you can say count A. Okay, what does this do? This will the text, counts the text or the cell that is having any value but not empty. Other than empty, if it is having a value, it will count that. So whether it is number, whether it is sign, whether it is a value, anything it will be counting. So I'll select this range, close the bracket, enter. So it says 12. Let's see this. So I'm taking a dark red. Okay. So first of all, let me make all this bold. I can't keep doing again and again. So let me keep it bold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12. So we have here 12 counts, right? So the next one, I need to know the empty cell. Count blank. Okay, we will be using count blank. Now what we will do, equals to count blank, the range. I'll be selecting this range, close the bracket, enter. So the blank cell we will count how much we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So see, exactly 5. Suppose by mistake in one cell, I'm just adding a space, then see this changes, count A and count blank, it will change because there is a character. If I remove this, again it will change. So count A, count blank, and count A. So let me put this border, all borders. What does this do? Counts the cell that as numbers only. Okay, and this counts the cell that are not empty or that contains anything. Okay, that are not empty. Let me give like this. Then counts the cell that are empty. Okay, you can try this now.
Ma'am, can you repeat the count the cell that has number only one?
Only one numbers, this one. So equals to count, select the range, close the bracket. Okay, so I'm doing once again. Equals to count, open the bracket, you need to select the range. So I'm selecting from here till the last cell where I have the values, close the bracket and then press enter. Okay, so it will
Okay,
show
ma'am.
you the
Thank
number
you.
of cells that has a value.
Ma'am, can you do even the second one?
Okay, I'll show you. Equals to equals to count a or count up. Okay, so now what you can do is, it says here range value 1 value 2. So instead we are selecting the entire range, close the bracket, enter. So this will give you whichever the cell that are not empty. And here count blank, I'm doing this also again. Equals to count blank, I'm giving you the function here itself what I have used. Count blank, select the range, close the bracket, enter the blank cells. So this function you have to use, but by selecting the range. I'll keep this available for you. You can try this. Range is the same thing. Have you all done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. have a table here. For this, I have given a name as office supplies. Already the name is been given where I have created. Suppose if you are going to give, let me show you once again. So this data I'll share you. Okay, later you can try. Hmm? So okay, I want to know. See if we have already done few datas, so few calculation. Now what is my concern here is this is a table. So see, for this there is no names. What I will do, I'll select the entire range from here, from the heading till the last one. I'll select everything. Control T, Control T, create a table. My table is having a headers. Click on OK. So now it says table 4. I will remove the name and I am changing here as let me take here as sales underscore data as I've given. So coloring, any other things you are going to change, then you can choose from this whichever you want. So I pick this. So done. Okay. Now what I want to know is, let me add one more. I will take here as revenue. So equals to units into unit price. Unit price is nothing but the sales price. So I'm renaming this also sales price. Okay. Now what we have to do is, I need to know the number of sales. Number of sales, total sales, or you can say number of revenues we will take. Number of revenues, total revenue, then average revenue. This we need to calculate. So this we have already done. So I'm just taking here with the same thing. So I'm giving this total number of revenues equals to, so count is used for what? For counting the number of values. I'm selecting this entire range of numbers what I have, then I'll close the bracket. So since I've given a name, it says from the sales table revenue column has been selected, enter. So 43 sales. This 43 sales total amount I want to know. So equals to sum, and I will select this revenue range, the 43 range. I'll close this bracket, enter. Now see, this also says sales data in that revenue column, sum total. We need next one, average also we have already done, average. Okay, from this revenue column entire range I'm selecting. So say it says sales data revenue column, I'll close the bracket, enter. This is the average value. I'll remove the decimal values, let it be only 2. This is what we have already done, so we know how to use this. Now next condition is, I want to know in the east region, what are the number of sales, what is the total revenue, and what is the average revenue I made it. This I want to know. That is particular condition we have, right? So suppose here what I will do, let me take one more thing. I'll copy this region and I am going to paste it here. Go for the data tab and I will remove the duplication. Okay. So now here in east column, I'm clicking here. Observe this. After removing duplicates, I got this values. I'm placing my cursor here. Going for the data validation. Here I take here as list. Then source. Source, I want this 3 region. I'll click on this. Okay. Done. Now can you see I got a drop down. Central I want. West I want. I can change here. Understood? Did you understand this? What changes I made? Let
Yes.
me repeat once again. Yeah, if you understood, well and good. I'm just repeating. What I did is I copied this region column and I have pasted here. After pasting, I have removed this duplication. First step. Second thing, after removing duplication, I placed my cursor here. I went for the data validation. Choose here as a list. Source, I've selected these 3 cells. Clicked on OK. So I got this drop down. Now I want to know the number of sales in East. equals to, I'm using a function here, count. There is a condition. When we have a condition, we will be using if. Plus, I want to count. So, I'm going to use count if. So, count if. So, what it does, counts the number of cell within the range that meets your given condition. So, I'll select this. So, range, count the number of sales that is in a region. So, I'm going to take here each region, entire region column, comma, criteria is, I'll close the bracket, enter. So out of 43, 13 is from the east. So this 13 we have to calculate the total, equals to sum if. Sum if. Sum is for what? For the revenue, total revenue. So entire revenue column, that is range, comma, sorry, have made a mistake. So sum if range, criteria, and sum range. Sum range means based on what my condition is applied on the east. So where is this east is available? From the list of region, comma, if the region is east, that is a condition. If it is east, give me the sum range, that is give me the revenue. This is what I'm doing. Close the bracket, enter. I got this total revenue. Same thing will be applicable when we are doing a average if. Same thing, range from the list of region, comma, then I have here condition is east, comma, average of my revenue, I need it, I'm selecting this, close the bracket, enter. Now this is your revenue. Okay, suppose if I'm changing here to central, see, automatically it will change. If I'm changing to west, it will change. If I'm changing to east, so automatically the values will get changed. Understood? Do you have any conditions, any questions?
No, ma'am.
Can we do the next problem also? Okay, now what I will do, in the east region, what we will take, I'll take a representatives, and I paste here, go for data, remove the duplication, continue with only one selected column, remove, okay, so 11 names. Okay, let me give one more here. I'll copy this item names, paste it here, remove the duplication, continue with only list of items selected. Okay, done. Now I have one condition already. For that I have used here count if, average sum if, average if. When I have more than one condition like 2, 3, 4, then what should I do? That we will see. Suppose in east region there are multiple items sold. I just want to create a list of items. So I'm taking a list. Source, these are the list of items. I'll click on this. Okay, done. As of now this is not required. In case when it is not required, you can hide it also. I'm going to see here. Let me select here as pen set. So for this we need to calculate the total revenues and number of revenues, equals to count if is for one condition. When you have multiple conditions, so you will use ifs, count ifs, average ifs, sum ifs condition will be used. So it says here criteria range 1. So my first condition is from the list of region, comma, I need east, comma, my second condition list is from the list of stock item, comma, I need the item pen set. That's all. I'll close the bracket. In case if you have one more condition, suppose you want to use representative, you can use from the list of representative particular person. That also you can do. I'm only using two conditions. One is from the list of region I need a east. From the list of item I need here the pen set total number of sales. So there are three sales. Okay, there are three sales. Suppose if I'm selecting binder, it is 5. If I'm selecting pencil, there are 2. If I'm selecting desk, there is no sales of desk. If I'm selecting pen, it is 3. So whichever you want, that you can take. Suppose now I want to know the total revenue, that is total sales value. So equals to sum if, sum ifs for multiple condition, sum range, sum means amount. So sum range, comma, from the sum range, after that it is asking me condition list. What is my condition list? This is my condition list. From the list of region, comma, then what I need? In this list of region, I need a east, comma, from the list of stock item, from the list of stock item, comma, I need the binder. I'll close the bracket. Now see here, it says here sum range. Sum range is the amount column. From this, the second condition list of condition, that is list of condition is region. In that my condition is east. From the second condition list, it is the list of stock item. In that I need a binder. So that total value it has to show me. Why it is not showing us? Comma, data values, sales data all. I would have made somewhere mistake here. Let me select this from the list of region. Let me redo once again. Equals to sum ifs, sum range, the list of amount, from the list of amount, comma, condition 1 is from the list of region, from this continuous list of region, comma, my condition is east, comma, so second condition list from the list of stock item, comma, I needed the binder. Let me close the bracket again, enter. So this is the total sales, the total sales that has happened. Now the third one is the average value of this 5 stock item. So equals to average ifs, average ifs. Okay, so average range, again the same thing, from the list of average means average of the value. So selecting the value column, comma, criteria arrangement, the list of condition, from the list of region, comma, the condition is east, comma again. So condition number 2 is from the list of stock item, comma, I need the criteria 2. The criteria 2 condition is binder. Let me close the bracket. Enter. This is your average sales for the east and the binder. Let me change to some other stock item. Pen set. See, this is the value. Pencil 2. Desk. There is no sales, so no values. Pen. This is the sales. Suppose here we will change central, west. So see, like this. So west, again I can change to any other stock item. It will give me an output based on the sales that has happened. So here pen set no sales. Central, it is having the sales. So based on this condition, you can write. Suppose I want one more condition. Say suppose representatives. I can take a copy and I'll paste it here. This one I'll create a drop down list. So data validation. Let me take here as a list, and here in a source I'm taking this list of names and I'll click on this OK. So here I'm taking a Richard. So in this, let's edit the condition after second condition, comma. The third condition is from the list of salesperson. My condition here is this one. Then I'll close the bracket, enter. So now see, the sales has become 2. The sales has become 2. So how you want to make the changes, that you can make. Okay, so in this also I can make the changes. So after this I'll give a comma, and see, this is the sales. Here it is showing 582. I'm just adding another condition here based on the, see, now it has become 282. So 3 conditions also I have applied. Okay, so this one, the data set will be given to you. You can practice this later. Now in this explanation, if you have any doubts, let me know so I can explain it again. Does anybody has a doubt? So you should reply me, response me. Why no one is responding?
No, ma'am.
So no doubts. Fine. This recording will be shared to you. Now let me show you how to download this software. Okay, Tableau. Okay, just go and search for Tableau desktop download, or just take it as Tableau desktop itself. When you search this, you will get here, see, a free trial or Tableau desktop like this. So just go for this download Tableau. Since I've already given some information, so probably directly it will start downloading. So let me stop this. See, first as soon as you go here, it will ask you for try now. Try now. You need to click on this. When you click on this, it will ask you some basic information. Okay, basic information like your mail ID, phone numbers, or something like that. Let me just show you whether if it is possible here. I'm taking a Tableau desktop. You have to click on this Tableau, that is download Tableau. Click on this. Once you click on this, it will ask you this page. Okay, this page information will be asked. So I'll be sharing you the link also. Fill this details. Once you fill this, after that you will get this download free trial. Then the software will be downloaded. Okay, you can either take this desktop, or you can also go for this Tableau public also. Only the difference is desktop is valid for 14 days, and this, the public, see, Tableau desktop is valid for 14 days trial only. Okay, it is given here itself. Just fill the details, whatever, just fill as it is, whatever you want, you just fill it. Then after that, click on this download free trials, it will get downloaded. Don't do it today itself, do it like on Sunday or on Monday, so that it will have it will be valid for 14 days. So it won't be like you won't be have missing this software. Okay, and try to download. In case if you are not able to download, just let me know. I'll give you the exe file which I have downloaded and kept, so that you can install. Either, see, if you want to use it, practice continuously, download the public. You can practice whatever I'm doing, however I'm teaching, all those things you can do it. Only thing is, you won't be having an option to save. Tableau public doesn't have an option to save. Okay. Second thing, this desktop, you can save it, but it for the trial version for the 14 days. Okay, so I'll be sharing you the link. You can check on the link also and try to download it. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So don't do it today itself. I'm suggesting you this because 14 days means, so today you don't have a, like, we are not started with the Tableau, and tomorrow it is Saturday, Sunday, we don't have a sessions. So again it will be very difficult for you. So if you are downloading, 2 days will go in a vain. So try to do it on Monday. If not, keep it on a hold for Monday also. So after the class, you download it on Tuesday, because anyhow Monday when I start, I will be showing you about the screen, how it is, what are the types of shortcut keys you have. So screen elements, I have to teach all those things for the tablet. So for that, don't do it on Monday also. So after the class, do it on Tuesday. So you will be able to practice, as well as you will have that validity also. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll share you the link. So I've shared the link on a WhatsApp group. You can check this, download it. Fine. Have you heard the link?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Fine. Don't do it now. Don't download now. Keep it as I suggest you. Like, it will go waste if you are doing now itself. 3 days will be wasted. So better do it on Tuesday. After Monday's class, do it on Tuesday. Fine. Or if you want to do simultaneously along with me on Monday, that also it is fine. Monday also you can do. If not, you do it on Tuesday. But don't do it now. Okay, so we are doing with this, and okay, so from Monday we will be starting with the Tableau. So practice all this Excel. In any case, if you have a doubts, so first 15 minutes we'll discuss about Excel, then we will continue with the Tableau part. Clear? Okay,
Yes,
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
Hmm, fine, that's all for today. So have a nice weekend. See you all on Monday class.
Thank you,
thank you.
ma'am.
Bye everyone.